Hi vinyl community, Mike here, and today I'm going to show you what I picked up at Leeds Record Fair last Saturday. Now, you probably remember back in March it was quite a big do. We had lots of people from the vinyl community congregated at the Leeds Record Fair in Leeds Market, and great time was had by all. But this time I was back all on my own again, so here we go. I'll show you what I bought. It's starting with the singles. So a band I really like. This is Abrasive Wheels, and this is a Vicious Circle EP, and it's from 1982. And Abrasive Wheels are a Leeds band, or were a Leeds band, and this single was released on the Riot City Records label, which is a really good punk label from the early 1980s. And the tracks on here are Vicious Circle, and then you've got Attack and Voice of Youth on the other side. So there you go, that's the first one, Abrasive Wheels. Right, next up, a punk band from Bristol, and this is Vice Squad, and this is another EP, State of the Nation EP, and there it is. So there again, one of my favourite punk bands. This also is from 1982, and as you can see, it's also on the Riot City Records label. And the tracks on here, we got Citizen, Scared for Life, and Faceless Men. So that's Vice Squad. And then next up, yet more punk, and this is the adverts, TV Smith and Gay advert, and this is a single from 1977 called Safety in Numbers, and We Who Want, or We Who Wait, I should say. And it's a fantastic record. It's on the Anchor Records label. I'll show you that. And the chorus to this is it's a question. It says, "What about the new wave? Did you think it would change things?" Well, I'm sure that back in 1977, I thought that punk was changing things. Music was getting a bit stagnant as far as I was concerned, and then punk came along, and it had so much going for it. I mean, firstly, the music I was listening to before, which is sort of great stuff, but I always felt it was someone else's music. It was music from an earlier generation, and punk rock was really sort of our music. People who were teenagers at the time, and it pissed off the establishment. So what's not to like about it? So that was that's the adverts, and what was it called? Safety in Numbers. Right, now, next up, a band from Pittsburgh. This is hardcore punk, and they're called Discord, and so they're from Pittsburgh. And I just picked it up, out of curiosity, really. I don't know anything about them really, other than they're pretty good. So the record label is called Rotten Propaganda Records, and the tracks are called Through, State of Alarm, Always Looking, and Reckless Minds. And I don't even know what year it was released. Discogs has a question mark against it, and there's nothing on the label or on the cover to tell you, what year it is. But it's the 1990s sometime, early 1990s, I'd imagine. So if anybody knows, please let me know about Discord. Right, and now next up, a more mainstream sort of punk band, and this is the Vapors, and this is News at 10. Of course, their big hit was Turning Japanese, and this is on the United Artists label. There you go. There it is. And yes, it's at News at 10, and on the B side you've got two tracks, Wasted and Talk Talk. And yeah, 1980, pretty good punk single. And then two more singles to go. The Vibrators. I seem to buy something by the Vibrators every time I go to a record fair nowadays. And this is a single from 1977. It's called London Girls, and it's recorded live, London Girls live. And then you've got on the B side a live version of their other track from first album called Stiff Little Fingers. And yeah, it's so it's on the Epic label. So I was really pleased to get that. And then a duo, John Otway and Wild Willie Barrett. And there we go. And this is called Headbox. It's from 1981. And their one and only sort of hit in the UK was Really Free. And that was backed with the even greater track, Beware of the Flowers, because I'm sure they're going to get you yet. But this is, Wild Willie Barrett and John Otway. There's Headbox on the A side, and there's a live version of Headbox on the B side. And you can hear there's something going on, that they're not just singing the song, they're doing something, and the crowd are laughing. And I wish I knew what it was that they were doing, but yeah, it's great, and it's on one of the iconic labels. There you go, it's on Stiff. So those were the singles that I bought, and now on to some albums. So first off, we got a band from Leeds again, and this is Delta 5. There we are. And this was released in 1981, and it's called See the World. And they came out of the Leeds art school scene, like so many of the Leeds, punk and post-punk bands did. So initially they were an all-female band. So it's Julie Sale, Ros Allen, and Bethan Peters. And then by the time the album was recorded, there's two guys, and that's Kelvin Knight and Alan Riggs. And yeah, this is a great album. So interestingly, that Ros Allen and Bethan Peters both play bass, so you get this sort of double bass sound that you get on Gang of Four sometimes. I mean, they sound, they sound in the same vein as Gang of Four. That kind of funk punk sort of sound, if you know what I mean. And and they're fantastic. They're quite political in parts. There's sort of feminist politics going on here. But yeah, this is a fantastic album. I've been looking for quite a long time. It's an original, but it's not a UK release. It's on the Charisma label, surprisingly, and it's a Dutch release. So there you go. That's Delta 5. Now, something else I always like to pick up when I see them at record fairs, and that's Peel Sessions. And I was lucky enough to get this one. This is, as you can see, Billy Bragg, Peel Sessions. And this one was recorded in July 1983. There you go. And it's got a New England on it. Strange Things Happen. This guitar says sorry. Love Gets Dangerous. Fear is a Man's Best Friend. And A13, Trunk Road to the Sea, which is Billy Bragg's version of Route 66. So it's a Route 66 tune, but it's talking about the trip from Dagenham in East London down to the coast at Southend. So there you go, get your kicks on the A13. That's Billy Bragg and Peel Sessions. Now, next up is an EP. And in my opinion, this guy is Manchester's finest. Forget about the Gallagher brothers, forget about Morrissey, forget about New Order, forget about Joy Division. No, it's the great Frank Sidebottom, and he's absolutely brilliant. And this album is called Sidebottom Salutes the Magic of Freddie Mercury and Queen, and also Kylie Minogue. You know her off Neighbours. And on the sleeve here, it's got a sort of long letter that he's written to Kylie Minogue, and obviously, Frank was totally infatuated with her. And then at the bottom, there's a very much shorter letter to Queen that he felt obliged to write because he'd written one to Kylie, and they might get jealous. So so Frank Sidebottom was the comic creation of Chris Seavey, and he was pretty big on the live scene. Back in the early '80s, he would support all sorts of bands, and he could tour on his own. He could support a crowd, on his own. And it's really good stuff. So you've got I Should Be So Lucky, A Love Poem for Kylie, Radio Gaga, Save Me, We Will Rock You, which is a really funny version. Not Flash Gordon, but Frank Gordon. And then the bit I missed off the Queen song on my Z39 EP, Queen Hip Hop Disco Mix, Everybody Sings Queen, and I Am the Champion. And when I saw this, I thought, I've really got to get this because Frank is absolutely brilliant. Right. So, a 12-inch single now, and it's Susan the Banshees from 1988, The Last Beat of My Heart, and it's from the Peep Show album, and I've already had the 7-inch single, but this has an extra track on it. On the B side, there's an extra track, Sunless. So I thought I'd pick it up, and I always like the artwork as well on Susie's sort of albums and singles. So there you go. So I'll pick that one up, and then the final thing is this, and it's a reissue, and it's a 1981 album initially. It's Throbbing Gristle's greatest hits, and it says entertainment through pain, and if you don't know Throbbing Gristle, I mean, they're maybe an acquired taste. So you've got Generous Peorage and Cozy Fanny Tootie, who are the sort of mainstays of the band, really. And it's very much electronic, industrial, experimental sort of music, and if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, you're probably just not. But this one, as I say, it's a reissue from 2019, and it's on lovely orange vinyl. So it's not sides A and B on this; it's the left shoe and the right shoe, and it comes with a lovely little booklet here. So there's plenty of notes there about the band, and some pictures. Yeah, so I was pleased to get this. So all in all, it was a pretty successful record fair, as they always seem to be. And now I'm waiting for a record store day where I'll sort of probably end up spending far too much money. But there you go. Until next time, I'll see you. Bye.